Hello students. Now in this video we are going to discuss about the modes of reproduction. Now basically broadly there are two modes of reproduction in a living organisms, that is sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. And the most important difference between the two is that in asexual reproduction only single gamete or individual is required, while in sexual reproduction two gametes or individuals are required for the reproduction. Then, in case of asexual reproduction, a new individual develops directly from the specialized or unspecialized cell part or cell of the body of a parent without involving fusion of the sex cells or gametes. And the individual which is produced is exactly identical to the parent, and they are also called clones. So they are same, or you can say identical. While in sexual reproduction the new individual which is formed is different. They are similar but they are not identical, as we have already discussed about DNA copying. Because in DNA, in sexual reproduction, two different gametes are required, and because of that reason two different copies of chromosomes they get fused, and the resultant zygote is formed, which is diploid, which is completely different, or you can say not identical from the parent. So this is the main difference between sexual and asexual reproduction. Now here we are going to discuss first about the asexual mode of reproduction. There are various asexual modes of reproduction. First of all, we are going to discuss about fission. Now, fission is the mode of asexual reproduction which occurs in unicellular organisms like amoeba, paramecium, planaria, euglena, and other kind of protozoa. And it involves the division of the parent body into two or more daughter individuals identical to the parent. And fission also are of two types, that is binary fission and multiple fission. Now binary fission, it is the division of the body of an individual into two equal halves, and each of which functions as an independent daughter individual. Many bacteria and protozoa, they split into two halves, and you can say basically this kind of division is irregular division. If you subdivide this binary fission, it is also of two types, that is irregular binary fission, which generally takes place in amoeba, as you can see the picture also. In this type of binary division can occur through any plane. ये किसी भी एंगल पे किसी भी प्लेन से डिवाइड होना शुरू कर देते हैं. और जनरली जब बाइनरी फिजन होता है, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ है कि पहले कैरियोकाइनेसिस होता है, फिर साइटोकाइनेसिस होता है. एज यू कैन सी द फिगर ऑफ अमीबा in your book, first you see the nucleus is going to divide. Nucleus is elongated and then it is divided, and slowly and gradually the furrow is forming from the membrane, and then finally the whole cell, the cytoplasm and everything gets divided into two. तो जो न्यूक्लियस का डिवीजन होता है दैट इज कॉल्ड कैरियोकाइनेसिस, और उसके बाद पूरा साइटोप्लाज्म डिवाइड होता है, देन इट इज कॉल्ड साइटोकाइनेसिस. समटाइम्स इन द एग्जाम द क्वेश्चन इज बीइंग आस्क्ड बेस्ड ऑन दैट टेल द सीक्वेंस कि पहले साइटोकाइनेसिस है या कैरियोकाइनेसिस एंड सो ऑन. सो यू शुड नो दिस थिंग, very important, that first karyokinesis takes place and then cytokinesis takes place. And the other type of binary fission which I am talking about is, yes, about longitudinal binary fission. As you can see the figure in your book also, some of you are having this figure, that is binary fission in leishmania. In leishmania, as you can see, leishmania is a kind of protozoa which cause kala azar. So this particular leishmania, in this you can see the division takes place longitudinally, vertically हो रहा है, ऊपर से नीचे particular plane में होता है. So it is such kind of divisions are called longitudinal, and longitudinally when the division start at one point, एक point से start होते हुए पूरी body तक last तक हो जाता है, and finally everything gets divided into two. So such type of division is called longitudinal binary fission. Then the next type of binary fission is multiple binary fission, which takes place in Plasmodium. Plasmodium is again a kind of protozoa which causes malaria. And as you can see here, in this particular type of division, the nucleus divides several times into many daughter nuclei without involving cytokinesis. यानी कि यहाँ karyokinesis तो हो रही है लेकिन cytokinesis नहीं हो रही, and the result is that so many nuclei are formed inside a single cell, and these nuclei arrange along the periphery of the parent cell. Then finally what happened? It divides when it get burst, the outermost layer, this part get burst, the cell, all these nuclei, they come out and they arise from a single parent, and they develop itself into an individual, into a separate individual. हर एक न्यूक्लियस अपने आप में एक सेपरेट इंडिविजुअल की तरह बिहेव करता है once they are free from this particular cell. So this type of division is known as multiple fission. You have to learn the examples and differences also, like the difference between binary fission and multiple fission. In binary, I can just read some major differences between binary and multiple fission. That binary fission give rise to two daughter individuals, while multiple fission give rise to many, more than two daughter individuals. Binary fission occurs during favorable conditions, and generally multiple fission occurs during unfavorable conditions. तो जब ये unfavorable condition होती है तो अपने चारों तरफ एक लेयर बना लेते हैं और तब तक डिवाइड नहीं होते, तब तक अंदर से न्यूक्लियस को रिलीज नहीं करते जब तक फेवरेबल कंडीशंस अप्रोच नहीं होती. देन बाइनरी फिजन, the nucleus of the parent cell divides only once to form two daughter cells, while in case of multiple fission, nucleus of the parent undergoes repeated division and so many daughter nuclei are formed. In case of binary fission, cytoplasm divides after nuclear division. As I already told you that karyokinesis takes place first and then cytokinesis takes place. While in case of multiple fission, cytokinesis does not takes place after every nuclear division. यानी कि cytoplasm हर बार divide होता ही नहीं है, karyokinesis ही होती रहती है. Binary fission, no part of the plant body is left unused, while in multiple fission, a part of the body covering and residual cytoplasm is left behind. Okay, and the examples of binary fission is amoeba and paramecium, while multiple fission is plasmodium and encysted amoeba. When sometimes you can say unfavorable condition approaches, then this amoeba also reproduce with the help of multiple fission, but basically वो binary fission से ही divide करता है.